So I thought today I'd talk about a quote by Plato, which is possibly underlooked and maybe could be misunderstood or could vary from many different opinions. But I believe it's a very good quote by Plato, which is, "Mortality is our immortality." And what did Plato mean by that is that I believe Plato is talking about the aspect of reincarnation from a metaphysical perspective, from a non-material perspective. As we know, Plato is Platonism is kind of all about the non-material and, abstract objects, not being physical or mental, sort of metaphysically. So I believe he's talking about the reincarnation aspect, which is a very perennial belief within Indo-European or Aryan mythology or religions. So in my opinion, from this, he's ultimately just talking about how we reincarnate, how we reincarnate when we die. Our soul, whether it goes to heaven or hell temporarily, reincarnates, and then when you come back, so ultimately the us dying is what leads to us living on forever, but through the soul, spiritually, on a metaphysical plane. We're not talking physical, because our body doesn't last for thousands, millions, for a millennia. We're talking from the soul, from a metaphysical point of view. And I believe it's a very interesting quote, I believe. And I believe it also comes from the natural belief of reincarnation and just that Aryan belief system of reincarnation. And you find it all over different Aryan religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, Germanic paganism. So it's kind of a common concept. So genuinely, that's what I believe he's talking about. And, the whole reincarnation aspect, whether you believe in it or not, if it was true, then he is correct. This quote, I believe, stands true, even thousands of years ago when he said it. And, reincarnating, I believe, in my opinion, would be through having kids and doing well in life, sort of earning that, I view reincarnation as your great-great-great-great-grandkids down the line. You reincarnate as one of those. You got to have, it's through family. I think it's through the blood. So the blood never dies. The blood is the soul is the blood, etc. Vice versa, if you want to say it. And that's sort of the route I take it down when you think from this quote. When I thought on it and tried to expand it, I believe he's mainly just talking about the metaphysical and spiritual part of reincarnation. Just talking about the soul. Talking about the soul, how it has no time, or limit. It's just a mere energy, and it has some esoteric beliefs behind it as well, esoteric stuff behind it. But from what I can gather from it, really, is, in my opinion, to sum it up, through reincarnation we live on forever through the soul. The soul is timeless. It's immortal. The soul, not the physical, which is mortal, but the fact that we die through the physical is what leads us to live on forever through the soul, because the soul bounces from body to body. But I believe that would be through descendants, through the blood, not just through anyone. Maybe in like Hinduism or in a different religion, could be Sikhism, where you could come back as an animal, or depending on what you've done. And now I do believe on different afterlives, depending on how you behaved in your life. I mean, we can even also discuss the fact that, there's reincarnation in Germanic paganism, Buddhism, Hinduism. This is a common belief in Aryan religions, Indo-European religions. This is a perennial belief system. Even the Amnaya people, they believe in reincarnation. Their burials all to do with reincarnation. So this is a perennial belief. I believe this is a natural belief, which sort of deterred away from us. So some people wouldn't agree, or some people wouldn't understand this quote. And I believe a big part of maybe what gets underlooked is because now the morality, the Christian morality that's sort of taken over the West, we look at this and it's sort of like, well, no, we are mortal, because after we die, we go straight to heaven or hell, and then it's eternal there. And I sort of believe now, where we've come away from that reincarnation belief and that immortality belief, but not in a godly way, but more in a, in the way I'd just discussed. I believe it sort of maybe gets overlooked, or people don't understand at the start because we're so trained to just sort of be like, you're dead and then that's it, that's the end. But people can easily misinterpret this quote, in my opinion. It can easily come across as a way to say, oh, well, us dying means we're immortal. People might say, well, how does that work? And I believe the simple answer is just reincarnation, constant reincarnation. But maybe it's not in a quick process, maybe it's a long process. But I still believe it's a process that is natural and necessary and guaranteed anyway. So the soul is immortal. So that means we are passed on for our ancestors, but this soul's gone forever. Or the spirit even. And the characteristics are passed on through genetics, DNA and ancestors and, reincarnation. But that's also another topic within itself. So that's what you kind of believe in. So whether you want to agree with this quote or not. But I do believe discussing this and sort of dissecting it, as I believe reincarnation can be viewed in different ways. People view it in a way to say, like, if you had a bad life, you come back as a worm. But in my opinion, I'm more with the with the Aryan belief system of reincarnating through a direct descendant, or it could be a great nephew or something. Maybe it hasn't got to be direct within the blood, if that makes sense. And I believe that's what Plato was definitely revealing the fact that reincarnation is an immortal, it's endless timeline of circular time. As I don't believe time is linear. He's moving on to more of a circular period. How the soul or reincarnation always cycles back round. So it's immortal. It's not linear, because then it would have a stop, or it'd be an unknown cause or unknown ending. It's sort of like it's a fated journey. Like, I think he's just, in my opinion, he's sort of just moving to the fact that our souls cannot die. So yeah. And let me know what you guys think in the comments, whether you agree or disagree, or if you can expand on that, elaborate further, your opinion on the quote and on reincarnation. And yeah, in general, let me know your thoughts on the video. And yeah, thank you all for watching.